Nico has no qualms about attacking people.
He is manic.
Dogs, or anything else he can sink his teeth into.
Nico has bitten, and that's a problem.
Cortes's roommate, Cameron, lives his life in fear.
I feel like I'm a victim in my own home.
And now his dog, Toby, has begun following Nico's example. Can Victoria get these roommates to toughen their approach?
Throw it and say off.
You have to show him that you are not scared of him anymore.
And salvage this longtime friendship?
You told me there's a possibility you're gonna move out, are you?
Or will Cortes lose his best friend and his dog?
What would the loss of your dog mean for you?
I can't imagine.
So start imagining it.
Victoria Stilwell has nearly 14 years of experience training dogs in Great Britain and the USA. Today, she's on her way to help two best friends in a tense living situation.
If you have an aggressive dog, you need to take quick action to prevent that behavior from becoming a habit. If you don't, your dog will be a liability with strangers and will even put your closest relationships at risk as well.
My name is Cortes. I live here with my best friend, Cameron, and our two dogs, Nico and Toby. I would describe Nico's personality as complex. Nico is absolutely unpredictable. I never know when he's going to, try and attack someone.
90% of the time, I feel like that I have to be on my guard because I never know how Nico is going to react toward me. I feel like that I'm a victim in my own home.
Before Victoria begins training, she'll spend a day learning about the issues she's facing.
Hello.
Hey, hi Victoria, how are you?
Oh, hello.
Come on, Toby.
Hey.
How are you?
Hi.
Hi, Cameron.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm
Cameron.
Cortes.
Hi, Cortes. Hey, good to meet you. Hello.
This is Toby.
This is Toby.
It is.
And this is...
This is Nico. This is the little terror.
All right, well, let's sit down and we'll find out what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, great. Nico, you're holding because...
If I let Nico down, I'm unsure exactly what will happen. He may go after and try to attack you.
Oh, attack.
Yes.
So he doesn't just bite, he attacks.
Yeah, he charges.
How many people has Nico bitten?
He's bitten both my brothers, my mother, the two friends that were over, and the neighbor. He charged and actually bit her. She, in turn, called the police. We had to take him to be quarantined for 10 days.
Nico has a long bite history. He was in quarantine for biting a neighbor. So the next time he bites somebody, that's curtains. Has he ever bitten you?
He's come close, but he's never succeeded, but he charges at me a lot. It's very aggravating, it's very annoying. In the morning when I'm trying to prepare for work, he charges at me and won't let me go past Cortes's room.
All right, well, there's a lot. So I'm gonna see everything and let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So far, Nico has been relatively calm. So Cortes brings him into the bedroom to show Victoria his true colors.
Whenever I'm in my bedroom, Nico will not let anyone anywhere near my bedroom door.
So walk away. When Cameron came to Cortes's door, Nico was instantly off the bed and barking at him. This happens every time you walk past.
Every morning, when I try to leave, this is what happens.
That's what happens. And then as Cameron left and walked down the hallway, Nico was after him.
Once Nico's through with Cameron, he turns to his next victim.
Nico brazenly turned around and bit me. If I hadn't been wearing boots, that bite would have really, really hurt. The fact that Nico bit and held on is very worrying. He just bit me there. And I actually wasn't even moving.
Right.
And he just went to my foot and bit me. I feel like Cortes is quite a gentle person and it's hard for him to be authoritative, but that's what he needs to be. I'm the 7th person that Nico's bit. I had a leather boot on. But imagine if that was a child and that was a child's face. That bite is hard. Okay, I think I've seen enough biting. I don't need to see any more, thank you.
Okay.
The roommate's lack of authority becomes even more apparent when Cortes and Cameron take the dogs on a walk.
When Nico and I are out for a walk, anyone that's walking by, he will try and, attack them.
So why don't you ever leash Toby?
She's very friendly, so
Okay.
I just haven't leashed her.
Oh dear. Okay.
Victoria has arranged for a few people to pass by so she can observe both Toby and Nico's response.
Hold on, Nico.
Oh, hello.
When we walked past the person and the other dog, all Nico's attention and reactivity was going to the dog.
Does Toby normally react like that then?
He's starting to pick up some of Nico's habits.
Yeah.
I saw when the other dog was passing by that Toby was the one that was going right up to the other dog and barking at it. And what's going to happen is one day another dog's going to turn around and bite her.
Cortes and Cameron's struggles continue back inside, where, thanks to Nico, relaxation is out of the question.
It's totally unfair that I can't even sit on my own couch and watch television in peace because I'm not sure what Nico will do.
What happens if you tell him no?
He'll just get more aggressive.
Can you just try that?
No, Nico.
What happens if you tell him no?
Nico, stop. Nico, stop. Nothing.
Cortes is not a leader to Nico at all. In fact, Nico's running rings around Cortes. He's wishy-washy. He says himself that he's tried everything. Well, no, he hasn't. He's hardly done anything. Hold him and see if you can sit there. We're being held. So you live your life like this.
Sometimes I'm very scared because I don't know how he's going to react.
Cameron says he's a victim in the house. I want Cameron to be less passive and more engaged because this is affecting the relationship with Cortes. These two friends, they're gonna grow apart because of the dog, and that's a shame. His life is literally being controlled by a small Yorkshire Terrier.
Coming up, Cameron's had enough.
You told me there's a possibility you're gonna move out, are you?
And Cortes gets a wake-up call.
If he bites again, he is very likely to be put down. What would the loss of your dog mean for you?
Victoria Stilwell has witnessed firsthand the nightmare that Cortes and Cameron are living with.
I think I've seen enough biting. I don't need to see any more, thank you.
Now she wants to have a serious discussion about what she's seen.
Nico is an explosive, impulsive dog. And the symptoms of this are the biting and the constant barking. All right, we have some serious issues here. Nico has bitten. He's bitten me. Cameron can't even get to his room because he's got to pass Nico. So Cameron, you're living in a house where you cannot relax. You told me there's a possibility you're going to move out, are you?
Well, I hope that we can rectify the situation so that, it doesn't come to that.
I was actually taken way off guard when Cameron said that he was, thinking about possibly moving out because he is, in all essence of the word, a prisoner in his own home.
What have you done for Nico when he first showed this worrying behavior? What did you do?
It's habit for me to just try and calm him down. I'll pick him up and just, kind of pet him and say, hey, it's gonna be okay.
Is that calming the dog down, or is it reinforcing the dog's behavior? Because the owner, the most powerful and the most valuable resource to the dog, is saying, it's okay, it's okay.
It's very frustrating that, the one thing that I felt I was doing right as an owner, I was actually doing wrong.
Now you've got Toby. I have to say, what I saw outside with Toby just running around and then her going up to all these other dogs, whether she's learned it from Nico or not, oh, that's dangerous. Plus, you have leash laws here. I'm gonna lay it on the line here because you know that's what I do. Nico does not have a strong leader in his life. You're wishy-washy. My job is made a lot harder by the fact that you haven't done really anything with him. And absolutely, without a doubt, if he bites again, he is very likely to be put down. So, what would the loss of your dog mean for you?
I can't imagine my life without Nico.
Well, it's on the cards. So start imagining it.
Whatever I have to do to make him a better dog, I commit to you that I will do that.
Okay. And Cameron, you're going to be a real integral part of this as well. You are going to need to step up and show Nico you're not afraid of him.
I totally agree.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
we're ready.
Let's do it.
With Cameron and Cortes committed to change, Victoria can tackle Nico's aggression towards guests head on.
I have a friend of yours outside
Okay.
who's very kindly agreed to come over and do some training with us. I've set up 4 rules that will help people be safe inside the house.
Victoria's first rule is that Cortes must be holding Nico while anyone enters the home to prevent him from lunging.
So get up and pick him up like you usually do.
I think that guest training will be a challenge for Cortes, but this is a perfect time for him to step up and be a leader for Nico.
Let your guest in and tell her to ignore him.
Hello, Tamika. Welcome. Ignore him.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Cameron. I'm a little nervous coming in the house because I heard Nico is a pretty terrifying little dog.
Have a seat.
All right. The second rule is after a couple of minutes, when Nico's calmed down, then he can have Nico on the floor, but he needs to have a leash on him. Let him just hang out with you either in your arms or on the floor.
So, Tamika, how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good.
I would relax yourself.
Okay.
Make sure that your body language, too, is not on edge because that really translates to him.
The third step is for the guest to play with Nico from a safe distance.
Good. Good. And by doing that and by playing a little bit with him,
Boy.
again, you're giving him another activity. You're giving him something else to do.
Right, instead of focusing on the guest.
You bet.
Okay.
You bet. Good. He wants to come and just investigate and take a look.
Exactly.
Now, move him. Take him out. Walk him out.
Walk him out.
Walk him out. As soon as the guests moved, Nico was okay to begin with, and then he started to bark at her. He has to know that there are boundaries. Okay. Wait there for a couple of seconds,
Okay.
and then bring him back in. When he aggresses like that, when he starts, you're gonna go up, and you're gonna take him out every time.
Okay.
So he sees that actually gets removed. Save all the cuddles and everything for when he's on your lap.
Okay.
For the final step, Victoria allows the guest to slowly move around. This gradually desensitizes Nico to the presence of guests in his space.
Okay, praise him. That was good.
Good boy.
Good. You don't even have to touch him when you praise
Okay.
him. Just good boy. If you could get up again. Good.
Good boy.
Very nice. Very good. After a while, Nico seemed to get it. And that was a really, really good sign. Alrighty.
See you later.
Praise him.
Good boy.
That's it. Good. Now, out. Good. Thank you, Tamika.
I think the guest coming over training is going to be our biggest obstacle or hurdle that we'll have to overcome.
You have a long road
Yes.
to walk. I really hope Cortes and Cameron can continue with my rules. It's so important because Cortes can't afford another bite from Nico.
Coming up, Victoria's training isn't clicking.
Oh, now he's getting frightened of the click.
Will she find a way to get through to Nico?
There has to be no reaction. Praise him. That was
Good
good.
boy.
Good.
Victoria has been working to get Nico more comfortable with guests.
Very good.
Now she wants to address his aggressive behavior towards Cameron.
Nico has already demonstrated he feels uncomfortable with my presence by growling at me, barking at me, and then biting me. And I actually wasn't even moving. So training him is gonna be hard. We're gonna change the way that his brain reacts. We're gonna change the way that he feels. Because at the moment, he's very impulsive. I'm gonna start with clicker training. The sound of a click goes right through to the brain. Whenever he hears this sound, he knows that a reward is coming. You're not only gonna be clicking him for actions, you're gonna be clicking him for whenever you see calm behavior.
I'm a little bit apprehensive because he kind of freaks out with things that are unfamiliar to him.
First, Victoria needs to charge up the clicker so Nico associates the sound with a food reward.
I'm doing this a lot
Okay.
because it takes a lot to get in there. Good. Clicker training is really good, especially for dogs that suffer with aggressive response. It's a very clear marker. It's a very definite sound. Good. Dropping the treats, dropping his rewards on the ground, I'm making him very relaxed around me. I want you to take this.
Then Victoria has Cortes take over.
Say good as you click.
Good. Good.
Lovely.
Now that the clicker is charged, Victoria wants to use it to address Nico's guarding.
I want Nico to know that when Cameron's around, he can sit on his own sofa. He can go past the room and no problem and talk to you if he needs to.
Okay.
Okay? So here's the chair, which he's less protective of.
Right.
What I'm going to train him to do is to follow a point. My pointed hand. Off. Good boy. On. Good boy. Off. Good boy. It's important to teach Nico to get on and off things so that when Cameron approaches the sofa, or anybody approaches the sofa when Cortes is sitting down, they can sit down without being bitten.
Since Cameron will be the one to use the command most often, Victoria wants him to give it a try.
I am still scared of Nico, but I'm willing to set aside my fears so that Nico can be corrected. On. Good boy. Off.
Oh, now he's getting frightened of the click. All of a sudden, Nico started to become scared of the clicking sound. So, keep the clicker behind you. I had Cameron put the clicker behind his back, so it was less audible. There you go, off, good.
Boy.
Okay. But Nico still was reticent about doing anything. The click is really freaking him out still. And there has to be no reaction. So for the next step, I'm gonna put the clicker away.
Okay.
And we're just gonna use the word good, okay?
Victoria wants to see if Nico will respond when Cortes is sitting with him.
This is the point that he gets very protective.
Come on.
Get him to go on and then get him to come off. I then up the ante in the chair by having Cortes sitting in the chair. This makes the chair even more worthy of protection. That's it. Okay, now,
Off.
that's it. Look at where you're pointing. Now you see? There you go. Throw the treat now you can, because he needs a little bit more persuasion.
Good boy.
Good. That is huge.
Even without the clicker, I feel just as effective if we just make sure that we use the word good. It was definitely a pleasant surprise to see him respond so well.
Advancing the training further, Victoria now moves to the sofa.
Sofa came after the chair because it's more valuable to him. That's the place that's most likely to be guarded. All right. And I wanted to show Nico that he didn't need to guard anymore.
This time, Victoria replaces the treats with Nico's favorite toy.
Give Cameron the ball.
Okay.
Cameron, throw it and say off. Nico is motivated by two things, food and toys. So I'm going to use both in my training with him. Good. Now sit down.
Good boy.
Lovely. Cameron, if you want to come and sit on the sofa and he doesn't have his ball and he's not interested in playing with his ball, go get it. And then chuck it. Sit down. so that all the time this dog's getting on and off is fun.
On and off training with Nico today was really good. He picked it up really, really quickly.
Now Victoria takes the training outside the house in hopes that a little cooperation will help build Cortes's bond with Nico.
What we're going to do is a combination of just simple commands and a few little activities. Okay? Now, throughout my observation, there is some sort of disconnect. The relationship between you and Nico needs to be strengthened. And agility is great for mutual cooperation. Agility is a great activity to focus the mind and for a dog to cooperate with its own and vice versa. Start here and you start here with a sit.
Sit. Good boy.
That's it.
Good
Good, lovely.
Sit. Good boy.
I was really surprised. I thought Nico was going to have problems with agility because he is an unconfident dog. But my goodness, Nico was into it, he was really excited, and this was great for him. Very good.
Good boy.
Now that's perfect. Now he can have the ball. Good.
All
Good boy.
right.
Fantastic.
Good boy, Nico.
That was amazing. What do you think of your dog doing that now, that confidence that he got in himself?
It was amazing. So yeah,
I thought it was
that felt really good.
good.
Coming up,
Come in and sit on the bed.
Are you kidding?
Cameron faces his biggest fear.
I just know that Nico's coming right after me. Hey, Cortes.
Victoria has been working with Cameron and Cortes on Nico's aggression towards others. Now it's time to restore order on walks.
Nico has had some really worrying behavior on walks before, so it's vital that he learns how to behave on the leash. Because of the gagging in his throat, keep the collar on.
Okay.
But we're going to put a harness on and let's make sure that it's sized correctly. And I've also got a leash for Toby, because Toby is going to be leashed.
Right.
No more running around, breaking the law.
Okay.
Toby has also displayed some worrying behavior, and the fact that she has walked off the leash and she's charging at dogs, I don't think that's responsible at all. All right, let's do it.
In order to decrease distraction, Victoria works with each dog separately, starting with Nico.
Now, I've got another dog in the distance. I'm going to ask that dog to walk down the road.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if one of these toys will take his focus away.
Okay. There's no way that this toy is going to hold Nico's attention while the other dog is passing.
What's that? Here we go. What's that? Keep walking. Here. Oh, there's that other dog. He sees the other dog. Oh, good boy. Beautiful. That's it. Go get it. Yeah, go get it. Good boy.
It's a step in the right direction, but can Cortes get the same result?
We're going to walk back past these people.
Okay.
I want you to take over.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. Come on. Come on.
Now he's seen it. Now the squeak. Good. Good. Now, you can squeeze it once, but then just keep walking with it.
Okay.
All right? So that he can see it in your hand. And do it like this. When you're walking fast.
Okay.
Here, let's go. Good. Can you see that?
Gotcha.
Try doing that as we walk back. Good, good. Nice. Like that. Fast, there you go.
What is it?
Good.
Holding Nico's attention while the other dog was passing with the squeak toy was absolutely the most fulfilling thing probably up to this point.
Now it's Toby's turn.
I don't know how well Toby's gonna be on the focus training because she's just very distracted by almost everything outside.
Victoria has Cameron use the same technique with Toby, using treats instead of a toy.
All right, let's have the other dog, please. Let her see the visual. Got the visual of the dog?
Okay.
Okay, now get her attention. That's it. Good. There, now go give her the treat. Because the dog's gone past, so she gets that reward for calm behavior. And you walk on. Now, how lovely is that?
Very nice. She's not tugging or anything. Toby really proved me wrong, and we were able to succeed.
Now you both know what to do with both dogs. So when you're walking them, I want you to walk your individual dogs separately from the other one.
Okay.
Let's go. Come on.
Now Victoria shifts her focus back to Nico, this time to address his guarding in the bedroom.
This is where Nico bit me, and this is where he charges at Cameron all the time. So this behavior's got to get sorted out. So I've come up with a plan, and this is it. I have here 2 boxes.
Okay.
This box is going to stay with you in your room, Cortes.
Okay.
And inside it, we have some amazing toys. This is going to be your ammunition when you walk past. Whenever Cameron goes past, he throws a squeaky toy to Nico to play with. That means that Nico is going to concentrate on the squeaky toy instead of the angst of having Cameron near the bedroom. Okay, so if you get onto the bed now, I'm going to stand here.
It's gonna be tough because Cameron is terrified of Nico. I know that the squeak will hold his attention for a little bit, but I don't know if it'll allow him to actually get all the way down the hallway.
Cameron, start walking past. Come and say hi.
Hey, Cortes.
Squeak the toy. That's it. Throw onto the bed. There you go. Walk past. Good. Couldn't give a rip-de-doo-dah.
Right.
Wonderful. Good. Okay, Cameron, go get your other toy. Come in and sit on the bed.
Are you kidding? I just know that Nico's not going to pay attention to that squeaky toy. He's coming right after me.
Cameron, relax. A large part of this is Cameron's tension. He's got to learn how to relax and trust. If he's more of an authoritative figure, Nico's not going to go for him as much. Squeak it as you do it. There you go. There you go. Now give it to him. Good boy. This training went really well because during my observation, Nico would charge out at Cameron. He would run after Cameron barking. He charged at me, barked at me, he bit me. He was extremely territorial. Now I could be in the room with Cortes, no problem. Cameron could come in the room, and Nico was completely fine with it.
All right.
All right.
We found the trick.
Oh, thank goodness for squeaky toys.
I am so proud of Nico. Cameron can actually walk by my door and come into the bedroom and talk to me without Nico attacking him.
I'm free.
Yay.
All because of a squeaky hamburger. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys.
Okay.
Cortes, you have to step up and be a leader. You are responsible for giving him the praise he needs to really make him confident.
Okay.
And Cameron, don't fear anymore. Take charge, take control, and he'll listen, and you can do it. You both work really hard. Keep it up, because I can tell you, if you don't, Nico's behavior is going to go right back to where it started.
Okay.
Good luck, and I will be back.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Victoria's given us a long list of stuff to work on, and I made the commitment to Cortes and Nico, so I'm going to stay true to it.
Coming up,
Where's Nico? He's right here.
with Victoria gone, Cortes struggles to keep control,
He's on that leash, right?
and Toby's curiosity comes back to bite her. Victoria Stilwell has left Cameron and Cortes for a few days to continue training on their own.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
And already they're seeing a huge improvement.
All right, you ready to do some on-off training? Yep, he's ready already. Nico, off, off. Good boy. On. Nico is doing extremely well with his on and off training. I mean, it's now, you know, a game that I think he really enjoys playing. So it's not really hard to get him to do it. So it's really exciting. All right, you want to give it a shot?
I sure will. Come on, Nico. Nico, I got the cheese. Come on. On, off. Come on, off. Good boy. On. I think on and off training has been going very well. It's been a fun activity for me and the dog to bond together with.
Nico has also shown drastic improvement with his bedroom guarding.
All right, Cortes, I'm leaving.
Come on. Come on. Good boy. training's been going really, really well. I feel that Nico's, been making really good progress. I know we still got a long way to go, but really proud of the job up to this point.
Later in the week, Victoria checks in.
Good boy. Good boy.
Fantastic. This agility training is going to go a long way in building up communication with Nico.
Then Cameron gives it a try.
Come on. Nico. Hey.
Cameron, that is not good.
Stop it.
We've obviously got a lot more work to do to improve your relationship with Nico.
Back at home, the roommates have invited a friend to the house to practice the guest training.
Nico is really aggressive, and the last time that I was here, I literally was jumping on the kitchen counter because he was lunging at me. So my heart is really racing right now.
Hey, Craig. How are you? Where's Nico? He's right here.
So all you have to do, just have a seat. Don't make any eye contact with him or any sudden movements.
Okay.
All right.
Great, Cortes. I love the fact that you're holding Nico and you've attached his leash. That's going to keep your guests safe.
So I have him on the leash, so don't worry. Just throw him a toy.
Throw it.
Throw him a toy, yeah.
Wait a minute, Nico just barked at your guest. You seem to have forgotten what we talked about. To remove him immediately.
Come on.
Good. That's the take charge attitude I want to see, Cortes.
He's on that leash, right?
He's on the leash. He's on the leash. So don't act scared.
Every time you do it, you gotta go in there.
No study.
You're gonna keep doing it every time you do it. Maybe I should sit down for a second and give him a moment to kind of calm down.
He is manic.
Let's give it a whirl. That. Stop.
Why are you picking Nico up?
I don't want to put him down.
No. You're rewarding him again. I told you, no praise unless he's calm.
All right. Well, thanks for coming by.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
All right, so let me know if we're going to Linda's.
Okay.
That was atrocious. You tried for 5 minutes and then gave up completely. I thought you were committed to this training.
Mr. Nico.
Cortes was very disappointed, I could tell, and I wasn't satisfied at all. So it's just something that we're gonna have to continue to practice.
Come on.
Later that afternoon, Cortes practices with Nico on a walk.
Look what I got. Nico. Nico.
Cortes, you've got to be much quicker getting Nico's focus because once he's reacted, it's too late.
Come on. Come on.
You've already lost his attention, Cortes. You're better off just walking away.
Seems to be really agitated today. Come here. Come here. Stop it.
Now you're rewarding him again for bad behavior, which is exactly what I told you not to do. By picking him up, Nico thinks you're rewarding him.
Let's go inside.
Then Cameron and Toby give it a try. Cameron has Toby on the leash, but will he remember Victoria's other instructions?
Toby, come on. Toby.
Well done, Cameron. You've got Toby's focus and now you've got to keep it.
Toby. Look what. Come on, Toby.
Just keep walking, Cameron. Don't let the dogs greet.
Oh.
My goodness.
Hey, Dallas. As we let the dogs greet, they both got aggressive, and Jeff's dog had Toby by the ear and was pulling her. And at that moment, I wanted to choke Jeff's dog.
That was awful and very dangerous. You have both got to get this walking under control before someone is seriously hurt. I'm on my way back.
Victoria is returning to Cameron and Cortes's home to straighten out some major kinks they've had while she's been gone.
Hello. Hi, guys.
I think we've made a lot of progress, but there are a couple questions that I have for her.
I've been watching your progress, and some of it has gone really, really well. And other stuff, not so good. The walk was a disaster.
Complete and utter
A disaster.
Yes.
First of all, with Toby. I mean, that other dog, that was not Toby's fault.
Oh!
That was that other dog. You've got to be very aware of other dog signals, because those dog signals were not happy signals towards Toby. Don't take the wagging tail as a sign of a happy dog. Wagging tail can also be, especially if it's really quick, can also be a sign of an aroused dog ready to go. So, Cortes, when I was watching, I was like, what is he doing? You were walking along and you didn't get Nico's focus before he started to bark. When he was like, "Urgh," you continued walking in the same direction as the dog. Once Nico's barking at the other dog, you take him out of there. You go off in the other direction, take him out of there.
Okay.
The guest training, I have to say, you've got a long way to go, obviously, with him. We're trying to teach him, guests are okay. You don't have to be scared of them.
Right.
But at the same time, if you do show this negative behavior, you will get removed. The guest training still requires work, but now at least they know that Nico's not going to bite any of their guests. He's not going to be a liability towards them. There are going to be no lawsuits because they've got the situation under control. We're going to come to you, Cameron.
Okay.
The agility, what happened there?
When I started with Nico, something triggered and he just went off and tried to snag the back of my pants.
Because Nico's not confident, he needs to control environment. That is his coping mechanism. One of those things that he controls is Cameron.
To stop Nico from controlling Cameron, Victoria wants to work one-on-one to improve Cameron's confidence.
When you're in a position where you're with Nico, I want you to stand strong. So if you put your hands down by your sides and strike, even that, is just massively different from standing like this. Because you open your body out and immediately you're stronger. Now, you say that sometimes he jumps up and you feel like he's gonna bite your hands. Just cross them over like that. Cross your arms in front of you like that. Even that is miles better. I want you to stand powerfully in front of him. I want you to practice walking around your house. You need to be able to walk around your house without feeling fearful.
Now Victoria wants to apply what Cameron's learned to the training.
Put Nico on the chair with an on, get him off, and then you sit in that chair.
Nico on. Off. Off. Good boy.
Now you sit in the chair. Push past him and sit. Good.
Sit.
Good.
Victoria taught me how to use my voice to be more commanding, and I think that tip will actually help. It's starting to work.
Then Victoria shows Cortes a new way to deal with Nico's behavior on walks.
Good boy, Nick.
That's it. Turn around again.
Let's go.
The squeaky toy is very valuable for Nico, but because Cortes has been squeaking it so much, when Nico's been aggressing, Nico now doesn't take any notice of it whatsoever.
So Cortes will now walk Nico in the opposite direction at the first sign of aggression.
Love it. I love the leadership now.
All right.
Do it.
Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah. Cortes, that's beautiful.
Good boy.
Awesome. I have every faith that the boys are going to continue to work with their dogs. There's been a lot of progress so far, and I only hope that that continues. You know, training is so much of teaching the dog, but it's also management as well. Use what is ever easiest on your dog and that keeps people safe, because at the end of the day, we don't want him to end up where so many aggressive dogs end up.
Yeah. It's been a very drastic change. She will definitely be missed. We got lots of things we have to continue to work on, and hopefully we're on our way up.
Bye, Nico. Be a good boy. All right, guys, well done.
All right. Thanks so much.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I'm really sad to leave Cameron and Cortes because they're wonderful people, but they've also got wonderful dogs. And I know that if they continue to work, those dogs are going to be successful.
Since Victoria's left, the bedroom training has been going really, really well. Nico has not attacked Cameron.
See you later.
Cameron and I's relationship has changed drastically. Just the other day, we were able to take both dogs down to the park and, you know, just enjoy a day together. And that's something that we haven't done in a really, really long time.
Thanks for watching. If you love It's Me or the Dog and want more dog training tips and tricks, visit my official site, positively.com. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a dog trainer, check out the Victoria Stilwell Academy. Links to both sites are in the description. I'll see you online.